Hey guys, welcome back to Kiwi Classics and Customs. Now you're probably wondering about the title, this Topless Triplets. Well, by now you're familiar with this car, the convertible, Mustang Misery. So we have this one, we have another red convertible here, and just out the door is another red Mustang convertible. 65s and 6s, two blondes, and one brunette. So yeah, not a lot to tell you about this one really, because you guys will have seen all this. But it makes an interesting comparison. We've got three V8 convertible Mustangs, all the same colour. You'd think they'd be the same, but they're really quite different. So let's have a look at that and see just what I'm talking about. This car is a C code, so it's a 2-barrel V8. It does have some extra bracing on this one, which a couple of the others don't have. So there's always lots of little differences. This car, while it's a slightly lower spec, being a C code, it did come with a centre console. It's got the disc brakes on it, I believe a factory, but may have been upgraded. But yeah, this is a manual top car. Now if you spin around, Barry, we come over to this one, which is a C code car. So that's a 4-barrel V8, so a little bit more horsepower, a little bit more higher level of spec. Now under here, we've been working on this one. We've added a dual bowl master cylinder to it to improve the safety of the brakes, that kind of thing. One thing we did notice with this car is it's actually, when we had the master cylinder out, what you got to see was this little rubber boot here. And that little rubber boot is actually because it used to be a manual. That's where the clutch push rod went through. So this car, while it's auto now, was a manual at some point of its life. Probably, no doubt started out life as a manual. Someone switched it to an auto. So always be on the lookout. There's different things to look for, even though if you're shopping for a Mustang, they're certainly not all the same. This is a 65, so it has the honeycomb or egg crate grille in it. Our resident Project Misery car is a 66, and that has horizontal bars in the grille. That's an easy way to tell the difference between the 5 and the 6. Another way is this little quarter panel ornament here. The 6s had these 3 fingers coming through here. That's a hallmark of a 66. If you look over at this one, it has basically just this vertical bar here. And some of the 4s and 5s didn't have any side ornament at all, and the ones that did had that style. Now, what else have we got to cover on these babies? Let's say this one, while it's high spec, doesn't have a centre console. That was an option that you got at the factory. A little hard to see on that shot, but yeah. She's not...
exhaust.
This one, this has got the twin exhausts, although they're not coming out through the rear valance. And it also, they didn't bother with getting the reverse lights on this one. It's got no reverse lights. If you come over to the one we got outside here, now this is an A code GT. This is not a Shelby, but it's pretty much top of the line below a Shelby, obviously. This one you can see came with a lot of bells and whistles. It's got the GT gas cap. It's got the GT rear valance and exhaust tips on it. Come out through the valance. You've got the reverse lights here. This is non-factory. That's take it or leave it. But yeah, if you come around this side, you'll get a better view there. This car has the centre console. Came with dealer installed AC. Not factory AC really, but it was dealer installed AC. It has the rally pack gauges on the steering column there that you can see, which is a nice touch. This car really is quite loaded. When whoever bought this new, they spec'd it out nicely. It's got the wheel arch trims, another option, GT stripes, got the nice GT wheels. The other thing, the GT, that's a really nice feature, is the spotlights in the grille. These extra spotlights, they really add They really add an extra dimension, I think, to the front end styling. It's got the bumper underwriters down here. Looking under here, again, 4-barrel, got your factory air. This car has what they call an export brace, which is a one-piece brace that goes across here. You will have possibly noticed on the other cars they have a two-piece brace that doesn't join here. Just not quite as strong. That's just helps tie the front end together. It's just another little level up. This car's come in on the back of a tow truck, not running. We haven't really dived into it yet, but we'll find out what's wrong, get it going. And yeah, this car has a power top. So this is the top of the line, one of the three we've got. This has a power top. Our middle of the line has a power top, and the base C code does not have a power top. Again, twin exhaust out in a different place. Old Misery in here has single exhaust, and that just comes out. It comes out as two pipes, but it's one exhaust under the car. So yeah, a bunch of differences, a bunch of similarities. Just don't get caught in thinking they're all the same, even though they're three V8 red convertibles. As you can see, quite different. But anyway, you guys have a good weekend, and we'll see you on the next one.